Oh, good, this is done. I'm going to be trying something that I've never tried before. I'll take this toast, and I'm going to do one side peanut butter and one side chocolate. Yeah, that sounds good. So I've never tried this before, and to be clear, I would never, under normal circumstances, purchase chocolate spread. That's not something I've ever done. Even growing up, like, we never bought Nutella or anything. But someone had sent this in to mail, and I've had it by itself on some toast in the mornings, and it's good. It's chocolate, but I haven't had it with the peanut butter yet. So this will be an interesting experiment. I need a few more bites. I think the chocolate might be overpowering the peanut butter. So it's good, but the chocolate is overpowering the peanut butter. The funny thing about this is that I definitely put on equal parts, if not maybe a little bit more peanut butter than the chocolate, but largely what I taste is chocolate. So today's vlog was going to be about the shaving of Kepler, because Kep is going back to the vet. He was supposed to go back today, actually, and get his chest shaved and do the ultrasound just to check up on his heart, and then also make sure his bowels and stuff are okay, since he had that sick fit about 2 weeks ago. But the vet tech that does that is unfortunately sick, so we've had to reschedule. So it'll be a little while longer before we get a chance to do that. Instead, I'm going to tell you about a different problem that I've been experiencing that is unrelated to the other problems I've been experiencing. And I alluded to it a little bit yesterday when I showed that I had the heating pad on my chest. I have, or at least what we understand, what the doctor said that I have, costochondritis, which is not, as we first thought, a disease where you have to go to Costco a lot, because it's not Costco, it's costochondritis. And what it is where the cartilage around your sternum becomes inflamed. And it's not necessarily something that's serious. It's usually you've done something to irritate it, and it's irritated, and you need to just rest and try to make it better. And I've actually been dealing with this for like 4 or 5 weeks. And I haven't said anything about it because I knew that it was one of those things of like, okay, you just need to rest and it'll be fine. And I have fixed it, and it's come back on like several occasions in that 4 to 5 week span. And then when I was at the doctor for my colonoscopy follow-up the other day, I finally just asked about it. And we had thought that it was costochondritis. And the doctor was like, that's costochondritis. You just need to like try and relax and try and rest and use heat when you can. So I've been trying to figure out why this like happens, why it has went away and come back. And it's taken me a few weeks, but I think I finally figured it out. I think it's happening when I sleep. I think that me turning, like tossing and turning a lot in my sleep is causing me the problems, very specifically when I'm on my stomach. So in the last few days, I've tried to very specifically not get onto my stomach during sleep at all. And that's going pretty well. I have hurt a little bit less in the last few days since I've started doing that. And, it's a good thing, because when at the apex of my pain, when things are like really bad, it is hard to move. And I think like the defining feature of this that I've experienced is if you sneeze, it is the most painful thing in the world. because I guess your chest is contracting. A sneeze is super painful, like 11 out of 10 pain, to the point where when you have to sneeze next, you're like, you break out into a cold sweat as you feel the sneeze come on, because you know it's going to be that painful. Coughing also can be painful. I don't think this is something that I'm going to deal with like chronically. And some people do, and I feel terrible for those folks, because like it hurts. It's really bad. But I've been trying to identify where the problem was, what was causing it, and I think I've identified it. So that's one of the reasons I haven't talked about it, is for one, I've had so much other stuff, medical stuff going on. I was like, I don't need to talk about this if it's something I can fix. But I decided to finally share it because I talked to a doctor, and the doctor themselves was like, yeah, it seems like it's probably costochondritis. So we'll see. We'll see if, being aware of how I'm sleeping will fix it. It's funny because last year I had a different problem when I was sleeping. You probably recall when I had been playing Slay the Spire on the phone, and because my arms were bent up, I started to develop some problems with my arm, and some extreme pain, like running down my nerves or whatever in my hands. And I solved that by, one, stopping playing that game, but then also being really mindful of how I sleep. I used to sleep with like my hands up, and I don't do that anymore, and I haven't done that now in a year. And that was kind of like the trick to finally fixing my problems related to that. And it still took months for it to heal. But, I don't sleep with my hands up anymore. I keep my hands, I don't keep them straight, because they can hurt also if you keep them like super straight, but I keep them bent just a little bit. My arm, I shouldn't say my hands, my arms. And now my new fun thing is to try and lay on my back if I can. So when I go to bed, in the last few days, I'm going to bed, I'm laying just flat on my back, and I put a little heating pad, and I try to fall asleep that way. And sleeping on my back is really hard for me, but I'm doing what I can. And then after a little bit, I'll allow myself to turn onto my side, but never onto my stomach. And when I turn onto my side, I try to be real gentle about moving, because I'm someone who I'll just go, just like jump, and I'm trying not to do that. So with any luck, I will feel better in the next few days fully, and then I'll try and keep that in check by just being mindful of how I'm sleeping. So yeah, if anyone else is dealing with either costochondritis or any thing where you're having a lot of pain, identifying the source of the problem is kind of the first step. And I would definitely think about how you sleep, because that's where you're spending a lot of time in roughly the same positions. And I'm pretty sure that's where most of my pain is coming from. I mean, also some pain can come from like how you sit, for work. So I got to think about that too. But anyway, that's my little health update. I probably won't talk about this again unless it continues to be a problem for a long time. But hopefully I've got it under control, and it won't be an issue anymore. Hopefully. So it's much later, and the day has gone pretty well as far as my chest and how I've felt today. It was up and down. Earlier I was like, I think things are a lot better than they were the other day, and then that was true. And then there was one point where I sneezed and I felt that pain. But as far as like just existing, I didn't have pain, which I have in the past. I'm going to end off today by trying another one of those popcorns that Mal got me for Christmas, because there's still some I haven't tried. There is Ginger Snap, Fancy Butter. There's another one. Where's it hiding? Okay, I know that there's a third flavor, but I can't find it. So I guess we're just going to go with Ginger Snap. Ginger Snap, perfectly spiced for holiday delights. Or, and hear me out, May. keeping in line with the other Pop Pop flavors, it smells good. It smells like gingerbread. And whoa, that's weird. It tastes like gingerbread. It is, it continues to be faint. The flavors are very faint, but man, gingerbread popcorn is a weird thing. But, I mean, advertised as like for the holidays, yeah, this would be very appropriate. Probably bad that I'm getting to this 5 months later, but, I'm doing the best I can. It's fine. Anyway, that is it for today. Thank you so much for watching. And let's meet back tomorrow, shall we?